This is it. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. And by you all, I mean me. I've been looking for this bottle forever. That being said, this is the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden, and today we're going to be reviewing Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Batch C921. Let's get into it. Time to talk about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. As you guys know, Elijah Craig is a Heaven Hill product, and there are 3 barrel proof batches released every single year. They're released in January, May, and September, and well, that's when they're bottled, which is where the 1, 5, and 9 come from, and then the year 2021 is at the end of the number. So when you have an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the C921 means C, third batch of the year, 9 bottled in September of 2021. That's how these work, and I am so excited to get into this stuff. This is actually, believe it or not, the first Elijah Craig Barrel Proof that I've had in my entire life. Never had it before. I'm so excited to get into it. I'm not 100% sure on the mash bill of these. I don't know if they even release them. If they do, I'll put it up at the corner like usual. Odds are they won't. But I can read you some stats off the bottle. So, batch C921 is 120 proof, which is 60.1% alcohol, and it is 12 years old. That is very, very important in these Elijah Craigs, is that it's 12 years old. It's a very old whiskey, and to be that old of whiskey at barrel proof is something special. There's a reason why people love this stuff. It's just, it hits above its weight normally. I think I got it for around $70. I bought 2 of it. 2 of them, I'm not gonna lie. I saw them and I'm like, I need it. I need it now. So, that being said, let's break into it and see what happens. Oh man, I am so excited about this. You guys have no idea how long I've waited. I saw everywhere else getting it, and up here in Wisconsin, I was like, am I ever gonna see this in my stores? I've been looking for it and looking for it and looking for it, and I haven't seen it anywhere. But finally the time has come, so we're gonna get into it. Alright, right away on the nose, I'm noticing lots of oakiness, sweetness. It's got some brown sugar vibes to it. Brown sugar, caramel, just a lot of oak is prevalent in the nose. A little bit of baking spice in there, maybe nutmeg or cinnamon, one of the two. I know 2 completely different spices, but we're gonna go along the lines of nutmeg. So oakiness, nutmeg, there's some vanilla in here. Vanilla, brown sugar, caramel, 3 of the most basic bourbon notes, along with a lot of oak. I would say the oak is the first thing that hit me. It's very, very prevalent on the nose. Very light maple syrupy note. Very, not very potent, not the first thing that's hitting you, but down in there is a little bit of that maple syrup with the brown sugar on it. Maybe a little bit of burnt brown sugar. I actually make a bourbon glaze that we put over ice cream and with pineapples, and it's brown sugar and bourbon, and you cook it down into a glaze. It's kind of what it's giving me a little bit on the notes here. But let's get into the palate. That's a proofy gal. Very, very proofy gal. You know, on the nose, it didn't really jump out of the glass and hit you. But one of the first things I noticed as soon as it hit my tongue, this was just a little bit spicy. Hot. Spicy. And the finish, excuse me, the finish, long, drawn out, very warm, very nice finish on it. On the palate there, I mean, lots of oak, just very oaky. A little bit of that vanilla in there. I would say like vanilla extract. You know, I think there's a reason I like bourbon so much, and it's because a lot of the notes are what I get on my French toast in the morning. And we all know how much I love my French toast. Yep. That oak and a little bit of that baking spice is coming up. The vanilla is there. The brown sugar died down just a little bit, but still there a little bit. Overall, not the most sweet Elijah Craig. There's a little bit of fruit notes in there. Dark fruits like maybe plums or dehydrated plum. Do people dehydrate plums? Is that a thing? I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know if people dehydrate plums, but if they did, I would assume something like chewy and dehydrated, like with the same flavor as a plum or something very dark. Is that what a fig is? Is a fig a plum? I don't know. But that's what I'm getting here. A little bit of that dark fruit, dehydrated, lots of oak spice, just burnt barrels. Kind of dries out the tongue a little bit once it hits the tongue and on the palate, and leaves your mouth feeling just a little bit dry. The finish is nice and warm on the way down, decently long. There's proof there. The proof is definitely there, and with the brown sugar and vanilla, this is not bad. Not the best thing I've ever had by any means. I was expecting the world. I probably shouldn't have done that, but it is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I have 2 bottles. I'm probably gonna drink them both. But you know, not as amazing as people make out the Elijah Craig line to be when it comes to the barrel proofs. However, I will say that I did not get a chance to review and get my hands on the A121 and the B521, and I heard those were amazing hitters, knocked out of the park. And realistically, how many times can they do that in a row without people getting suspicious on what they're doing behind the scenes? I don't think there's any nuttiness or anything like that. I would just say that that dry oak spice and barrel tannins is in there. Burnt brown sugar, plum, fig things, dehydrated dark fruits, something chewy. It's like taking a dark fruit and then putting it on burnt bark, and then like put another piece of burnt bark on top of it and eat it like sandwich, and it's so chewy and oaky and fruity, and then just sprinkle a little bit of brown sugar over the top of that, give it a little sweetness. It's kind of what I'm getting in this glass. Overall, not bad whiskey. Whew. Yeah, she's proofy. And oaky a lot. Alright, I think it's grading time for Mr. Elijah Craig. Now, for my first experience ever having an Elijah Craig barrel proof, it think it's not bad. I'm giving this. I can't be too harsh because realistically it's not that bad of whiskey. It's just that my hopes of it were up here, and then it's only somewhere around here. But honestly, realistically, I think this gets a B+. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof gets a B+, and the reason it does is because for the price point of $70, it's a little hefty, maybe, but it is rich, viscous, a little oaky. It's got all those sweet flavors that bourbons are supposed to have, in my opinion. It didn't disappoint me that much. I think my biggest drawback is that I was expecting the world, and I didn't get it, but guess what? I did get a little bit of the land that was on that world, and it pleases me a lot. So, B+ on Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Let me know if you've had the C921 or if you liked any of the other batches, if you think the A and B batch are better. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next class.